The Research Center for Leadership and Action has been doing research on social change organizations through the Leadership for a Changing World program for the last 8 years or so. And we've been looking at some of the leadership practices that these organizations have been engaging in to do social change work in their communities. And one of the issues that I've been particularly interested in is how they foster democracy. And they do that through a variety of ways, and which is incredibly important because democratic participation in this country has been declining since the World War II era in lots of different ways, from voting to participation in political campaigns to showing some kind of affiliation with policy work, all different ways. And particularly troubling is that political participation shows lots of deep inequalities. So, you know, the white majority tends to participate at higher levels than communities of color, particularly among Asian Americans and Latino communities. And wealthier people tend to participate more in lots of different ways. And men tend to participate more than women, and so on. And so the work that these organizations are doing are really providing a corrective to those kinds of trends, and so their work is incredibly important for democracy. You know, social movement organizations are one place that people often look to for democracy, you know, strengthening democracy and democratic participation. But a lot of those organizations, you know, social change organizations and social movement organizations that came you know, from the civil rights era have tended to become professionalized and centrally located in Washington, D.C., and have a highly paid professional staff that does lobbying in Washington, for example. And social change organizations really have a commitment to staying connected to the grassroots, where these social movement organizations have tended to lose that connection. And that's vitally important because it means that the social change organizations doing local work are much more willing to tackle some more controversial social issues that we're facing. What we see in these social change organizations are very strong examples of grassroots leadership that are coming from immigrant communities, Native American communities, you know, African American communities, and all these places where people have been historically disenfranchised. And people are really developing and fostering leadership from the grassroots level to tackle some of the tough issues that they face. And in the process, I think they're really making democracy stronger for all of us.